Good morning. Welcome back in. Thanks for stopping by. This is the Daily Brief. It's Thursday, April 25th. I'm Kyler Collum with the Dakotan, and welcome back in. Thanks for checking this out. We have some fun stuff in the headlines to go through today. First, it's draft day. If you're an NFL fan, big draft tonight. First round kicks off tonight. I think it's 7. It's in Green Bay this year. That's a interesting place. Like, I can't imagine how all the people are going to fit, but it's going to work out great. Some this day in history. Let's go ahead and roll right into it. Back in 1913, the Woolworth Building, that a famous skyscraper in New York City, first comes up. In 1916, Easter Rising, which is the Irish rebels, which were led by Patrick Pearse, launched an uprising in Dublin against British rule and proclaimed themselves the Irish Republic. That took place in 1916. Then go ahead a couple more years in World War I. The first tank-to-tank combat occurs between Britain and Germany. Then you go forward a little bit more. It was in 1953 when Winston Churchill, the longtime Prime Minister of Great Britain, is knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. Then go up into, we'll stick on the Irish side, 1993, an IRA bomb devastates the Bishopgate area of London, killing a few people. And let's go up to 2011. WikiLeaks starts publishing the Guantanamo Bay files leak. And then I got a fun one here. Well, an interesting one in the Dakota Date book. Make sure you check it out. It's got one thing for every day in history relevant to North Dakota. April 24th is the founding of Adams County. It is National County Government Week, apparently. And in 1907, Adams County was organized. It was named after John Quincy Adams, the 6th president of the United States, and was, formed in 1907. So fun times there. Let's go ahead. Move on over to some big headlines we got going on today. The big one coming out of yesterday, Governor Armstrong hounds out 2 big vetoes. First vetoed the education savings account, which I think was a lot more surprising. And then on the second one, he vetoed the controversial library content bill. Make sure you check out the ND Talk today at 9. I have Lisa Hermosillo coming on. We're going to dive into that pretty in depth. But Armstrong vetoes North Dakota private school voucher bill, but signals support for a competing bill. Governor Armstrong vetoed a private school voucher bill Wednesday, saying it failed to provide meaningful school choice for most North Dakotans, especially in rural areas. While rejecting House Bill 1540, Armstrong signals support for a broader education savings plan that is still under consideration. And then he also vetoes the controversial library content bill. Governor Armstrong vetoed a bill aimed at restricting sexually explicit content in libraries, calling it an unworkable attempt at censorship that risks unintended consequences. The bill narrowly passed both chambers, making a veto override unlikely. Then yesterday I had an article come out about the liquor license reform conversation that took place at City Council this week. They weigh 4 different options going forward. The City Council is considering some major reforms for Minot's decades-old liquor license cap, with 4 options on the table, from maintaining the status quo to removing the cap entirely and compensating existing license holders. No decision has been made by any means, but leaders say change is likely, and they're urging public input before a future vote. North Dakota House advances $50 million in state funds for the presidential library. A lot of people don't love this one. I understand, paying for this, but we'll talk about this more at ND Talk today. The North Dakota House advanced a plan to add $50 million in matching funds and a $20 million loan for the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library, reviving debate over long-term taxpayer support for the $500 million project near Medora. Lawmakers remain split on whether the state should deepen its investment into as the 2026 grand opening approaches, July 4th of next year. U.S. Agriculture Secretary hears concerns about federal staff cuts during a visit to North Dakota. She was in Fargo and was hosted by Senator John Hoeven as Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins heard North Dakota farm leaders express concern over USDA staff cuts, rising loan demand, and stalled farm bill progress. Rollins pledged disaster relief funds and new sugar tariffs, while farmers warned that federal loan access, trade, and specialty crop support are at risk. And then another big one coming from the national front yesterday. The FDA seeks to phase out 8 common food dyes. The Trump administration is moving to phase out 8 petroleum-based synthetic food dyes, citing health concerns and mounting pressure from states already banning the additives in schools and grocery stores. FDA officials hope to work voluntarily with food companies to eliminate dyes like Red 40 and Yellow 5 by the end of 2025, though critics say stronger regulation is needed to protect public health, especially for children. So some big headlines coming into this morning. We got some fun stuff on the agenda today as well. Have, like I said earlier, Lisa Hermosillo is going to be on ND Talk at 9 a.m. today, so make sure you check us out live. Jonathan's out, so it's going to be just the two of us. We're going to have some fun talking about a bunch of state issues. We'll go over maybe some of what's been going on with her recently, and then we'll move on into maybe some national stuff if we have time. But other than that, make sure you are on the lookout for the Minot voting history turnout article coming out either today or tomorrow. And I think that's all we have. So I appreciate everyone watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, like us on Facebook, leave a comment down below. And as always, make sure you hit the bell button for notifications so you know every time this video gets posted and every time we go live. So thanks so much for watching and have a great day.